Aiden King.
We'll go ahead and start off with Coach giving an opening statement in just a second, and then we'll get to questions for the players, and then we'll have questions for Coach after that.
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate Fairfield for a great year. Obviously, you never want to see your season come to an end, but obviously they coming into this thing, we knew they were going to be a really difficult 4 seed. So congrats to them first and foremost. Secondly, as far as today goes, obviously yesterday was really disappointing on how we played, but we were in a very similar situation last year. And the first thing that has to happen is you got to be able to score a bunch of runs. And obviously Blake had a great game offensively. And the second thing is you need your starting pitcher to go deep so you don't have to use your pen. And that's exactly what happened. So, we're looking forward to playing tomorrow. Obviously, we'll have Pierce on the mound. We haven't used Jake, Billy Barlow, Barbary. So I feel like we've got the depth to do this. So I think the adversity that we've kind of gone through this year has kind of prepared us for this. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, we've literally got to take it one pitch at a time, one game at a time, like we've been doing, for a good part of the second half of the year. So we're looking forward to playing tomorrow.
All right, questions for Blake and Aiden?
Aiden, for you to start, I mean, obviously, you knew what was required today, right, to provide some length. That have any effect on your mentality? It's kind of the same as all in attack mode anymore because of that?
No, it's just the same. Go out there and get ahead quick and dominate, let your defense work, and keep the pitch count low as you can.
You feel like you had your stuff today?
It was there. Everything was there. Just making the pitches and key moments is what I did, and letting the defense work, keeping the pitch count low, which is important.
I'll just add one thing. I think his mom was upset he didn't finish the game because it was his mom's birthday today. So she wanted to run him back out there tonight. So tell her I said I'm sorry.
I think you retired your final 8 you faced. I mean, did you just feel strong as the game went on there?
I felt more confident. We had a big lead, so I knew that pitching with a lead is a lot more comfortable to say. So going out there and just attacking ahead, whether I strike them out or let the defense work, just getting out there and pitch, just dominate.
There was a couple long half innings. Was it difficult to kind of stay loose in the dugout there? I saw you trot out some bullpen ones.
Yeah, it's difficult to stay hot with long innings, but also that's just the name of the game. If your offense is going to score a lot of runs, you're going to have long innings. So it's important that I stay hot so that they can continue to score runs, and when I go out there, put up a 0 and let them come back in and score more runs.
Like you hit your second home run in the regional. Just how well are you seeing the ball right now?
Yeah, I'm seeing it good. That's for sure. My approach is probably the same that it's been all year. Just want to help the team win any way possible. Take good at bats, and anything I can do to help the team win is kind of where my head's at.
There was a really clean game defensively as well from all of you guys.
Yeah.
Helping get through the game. How important was that?
I mean, it's super important defensively. I mean, I pitched in 12U, but it's not like it's going to correlate to this level. But when an error happens, it's pretty disappointing, and it's hard to overcome. So when you have a clean game defensively, and you know as a pitcher you can just throw the ball across the plate, and your defense is always going to pick you up. So it gives him confidence, gives us confidence to even go in the box and to keep hitting too.
How do you feel that momentum build once you guys kind of cracked it open there with the others?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to give us momentum, and especially with Adam dominating on the mound since pitch 1 to how many ever pitches he threw, that also gives us huge momentum as an offense just to want to keep winning and keep scoring runs for him.
Brendan Lawson became the 3rd player in Florida program history to record 5 hits in an NCAA tournament game. You played college ball for 2
Yeah.
years. I mean, have you seen a freshman as good as he, and what makes him so good?
No, I don't think I have. And when he told me he had 5 hits, I didn't even know that he had 5 hits. And like we were talking about, like, man, I've never even had 5 hits in my life in a game, I don't think. And then he had 5 hits today in a regional as a freshman. But he's an unbelievable player, an unbelievable kid. And with this far in the season, I mean, he's just doing what he's doing, and that's the kind of guy that he is. So.
Like you've seen enough of Aiden now this year. Was there a moment today where you felt like he's got his good stuff? It's gonna be a good day.
He always has his good stuff. Yeah, it's pretty confident when Sully announces a starting pitcher and it's Aiden King, and you know what you're going to get on the mound. So as an offense, we try to get collective as a group and try to give him some backup runs for him.
Anything else for Blake and Aiden? All right, thanks, guys.
Of course. Thank you.
We'll get to questions for Coach.
So you've had some good pitching performance in your time. Just can you put it in context, get that from a freshman today when you had to have it?
Yeah, I'm not really surprised at this point. Down the stretch here when we had to make that run after the 1-11 start, he was a big part of that because a lot of times he was pitching on Sundays, with the rubber game. And I think the biggest moment for him was when he pitched in Austin against Texas, and he had some jitters. I think I took a visit like after 7 pitches and just told him to take a couple deep breaths. And when he settled down and threw 7 scoreless in that game, I just knew that he was different. He would progressively gotten better, but that one particular game, I think, really took him to another level.
His agility to command, fastball and his slider at such an advanced level. Is that something that's grown over the course of the season, or is he kind of come into it?
He came in with it, Originally, to be quite honest with you, we recruited him as a walk-on, and about halfway through his senior year, we got together and we're like, well, he's not going to be a walk-on anymore. We better do something here. But no, he earned it, and obviously we've had some really good freshmen over the years, but he's just so cool and calm and collected. He fields his position well. He holds runners well. He does all the little things. And I call him he's kind of a throwback. I don't even think he had his best stuff today, but he finds way to get outs. It was probably good for him to have the time off from the SEC tournament, because how guys can get run down just a little bit, especially freshmen. But he just showed today, regardless of the score, he never loses focus, and you see enough baseball games to where you can get a comfortable lead, but all of a sudden you lose focus, and he stayed locked in the entire time. And he did try to hide in the dugout because he wanted to go back out. I said, "Where's Aiden?" He was hiding. I said, "Someone tell him to come here." So I said, "That's enough." And he also had a long inning the inning before. I contemplated not even running him out there, but you think it was like 86 pitches.
You guys turned a couple of double plays early.
Yeah.
Which kind of helped keep teams' pitch count down. I asked like this, but just the clean game for the defense today, how important was that?
Yeah, and it's this is an offensive ballpark because obviously the wind's been blowing out the last couple of days. It's shorter from the gaps to the lines than our park, Conjun Family Ballpark. But he and the infield's quick, so to get double plays anytime, and end a couple innings. I was a little concerned coming in the game, to be quite honest with you. Looking at their numbers, they had like 5 guys in their lineup that had more walks than strikeouts, and had like 5 or 6 guys hitting over 300. They had 2 guys that had 14 home runs apiece, and and I know Bill for a long time. Their pitchers throw strikes. The left-hander we saw today, we don't have that on our staff, so we can't prepare for it like in the fall or early spring. And I don't recall many guys in our league that we've seen with that. Throwing left on left change-ups, kept the ball down,